It's time for the One Bar and Lupica Show, bringing you anything and everything Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome to professional football.
Welcome back to the One Bar and Lupica Show. I am Lupica's here with a very plaid-looking One Bar. How are you today, One Bar?
I'm doing good. Everybody always comments on my accent, so I figure I might as well dress the part.
You have an axe in the background? You chopping down some wood and getting ready for winter?
Might as well.
All right, well, the Titans are coming to town, and it is time to measure up. We are busting out our measuring tape because it is tail of the tape today. We're going to take each team position by position, see who is stronger, and we're going to go based on how it looks right now, not based on, history heading into the season, what the depth charts look like at this very moment.
Yeah, and both teams are struggling with some injuries here, so that definitely comes into account.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is almost like a couple of, everybody's just down a man or two at every key position, and I don't think there's really an advantage on either side. So let's just start off with the Titans here. Wide receivers. Corey Davis, A.J. Brown's probably going to be out. You got Adam Humphries, Khalif Raymond, and Nick Westbrook. How does that look compared to the Vikings?
Well, you really threw a wrench on me. Usually we start a quarterback. Oh, I don't know what to do.
Wide receiver, Dave.
All right, wide receiver, Titans.
And who are you taking? Yeah.
Taking the Titans. I mean, the Vikings have about four yards receiving all year. I don't care if it's going to be very tough to take over the Titans here. Corey Davis is still very good. Adam Humphries. It's not sexy, but he makes some plays.
I'm actually going to go the opposite. I'm going to take Vikings. I think Adam Thielen is the best of this group, assuming A.J. Brown's out. Corey Davis, yippee. Adam Humphries, yeah, he's a good slot guy, but I'm going to go Vikings here. I just think the way they stand now, I do like the Vikings at this position if you're going to go head-to-head with it.
Drinking that purple Kool-Aid.
I'm really not. But I'm going to be – a little spoiler alert, there's going to be a lot of Titans wins here, so this might be one of the few the Vikings actually take home.
All right, what do you got next?
Let's move on to quarterback since you were so antsy. Basically, we got Ryan Tannehill and Logan Woodside versus Kirk Cousins and your boy, Sean Mannion.
Sean the Mannion Titans. Ryan Tannehill. Talk about a career resurgence. This guy, he's like a surgeon out there. Like Adam Humphries. It's not very sexy, but this guy does not screw up much. He's got 6 touchdowns, 0 picks this year. Ryan Tannehill, and it's not even close.
I'm 100% on board with this. Ryan Tannehill, again, he's one of these guys, you don't see it often, but his first team doesn't work out, goes to his second team, all of a sudden everything just clicks. What worries me most about him against the Vikings is his mobility in the pocket. If he can get away from whatever pass rush we're able to muster up against him, by that extra time, he's going to find his shitty open receivers, whether it's Corey Davis or your boy Adam Humphries.
All right, what do we got next? Let's go. I'm going to throw it out here. Let's go running back. Let's go to those. Very, very good running back duo here. This is going to be tough. Who do you got?
Yeah, you look at the Titans, Derrick Henry. He's really the definition of the back the Vikings have had problems with in the past. The power back, whether it was shitty Rashad Penny, back when the Bears had Jordan Howard, whatever it is, the Vikings just struggle against these power backs. And Derrick Henry is, the best power back in the NFL right now. You got rookie Darrington Evans behind him, Jeremy McNichols. And you look at the fullback, former Viking, Kerry Blasingame.
My heart still hurts that he's gone. God, he was fun to watch.
He was. I didn't pick who I'm taking, but I'm actually going to take the Vikings here. I love Derrick Henry, but Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison is a better duo. So I'm going Vikings.
Yeah, I got the Titans. Again, through 2 games, Alexander Madison hasn't really looked very good, especially the last game. Derrick Henry is a beast, and I'm going with the numbers, so I'm going Titans.
Yeah, but Henry's also carried the ball 56 times. Cook's had about 7. So, again,
Derrick Henry's moving the ball. His average isn't great, but he's continuing to pound the ball and letting Ryan Tannehill make plays. So.
All right. Well, let's move on to the O-line. I think we'll probably both agree here. The Titans got left tackle Taylor Lewan, left guard Roger Saffold, center Ben Jones, right guard Nate Davis, who we both were enamored with a couple years ago. Right tackle, Dennis Kelly. Depth guys, Ty Sambrello, something called Daniel Munier, Aaron Brewer, Jameel Douglas. I think hands down, especially looking at how they play, this has to go to Titans, no doubt, 100%.
Titans, yes, sir. Not even close. Again, where did Nate Davis go again? Where did he go to college?
It was like Charlotte or something.
Yeah, it was Red. Yeah, Nate Davis.
He's Charlotte. He had big old – is he the one to combine with big old man boobs just flopping around?
He was a monster. They got him in round 3. I remember I wanted the Vikings actually to try to take him in round 2.
I think you maybe had a mock and he was going around 1.
I probably did. It was worth it. But, I mean, Taylor Lewan, Ryder Saffold. Saffold's getting old, but I'm still envious of him. And the Vikings have just we know what's going on there. I think the Titans have given up, 2 sacks this year?
I see they got right tackle Dennis Kelly. Doesn't he drive school bus here in town?
Probably. Sounds very school bussy.
It does. Last position, let's move on to tight end. Titans got Jonnu Smith, former Viking, Michael Pruitt, who I guess you did not know was a Titan. Anthony Ferkser, who is our good friend Will Lomas's favorite player in the world, and then Jeff Swaim against Irv Smith, Kyle Rudolph, and the Konkadonk. This is actually pretty close.
Yeah, Jonnu Smith is going to be – well, he already is. He's good. I'm very scared of him come Sunday. I think he's going to do some damage. This is the only one I will give to the Vikings on the offensive side of the ball, just strictly because of our depth. Michael Pruitt's just kind of a bruiser, blocker. I couldn't tell you anything about Anthony Fersker or Jeff Swain. So it is close, but I'll give the Vikings strictly to depth.
Yeah, I mean, if you're strictly going by this year, you got to give it to the Titans with Jonnu Smith, the way he's got 3 touchdowns already. But Rudolph and Smith are just too good back-to-back, so you still got to go Vikings here. All right, let's move on to defense. Let's go to the D-line. You got Titans. They got defensive end Jack Crawford, D-tackle Daquan Jones, D-tackle the nice young Jeffrey Simmons. Not much worth mentioning as far as the depth goes. So those are your 3. Going against what the Vikings have right now, which is not super great.
How dare you not mention Isaiah Mack? That is rude and inappropriate. Backup defensive tackle. I'm still going Titans. Titans, they could pretty much have Bob Johnson, Jim Smith, and Ron Larson, and I'd probably still
they're
give
bus
it to the Titans.
drivers?
Huh? Yeah.
This is the rest of the bus drivers.
They run that 3-4. They got some good pass rushers on the outside, but up front, the Vikings are a catastrophe. So I have to go Titans. Jeffrey Simmons is pretty good. Doesn't really look much on the stat sheet, but I think he makes some noise up there.
Well, he's only played 11 career games. He's got almost 40 tackles and a couple of sacks. So I actually like him. I think he's getting better every single game. And the problem is, what's our last thing to go off of? The Vikings game against the Colts were, other than Yannick Ngakoue, the whole D-line looked like complete shit. So I think I'm going to agree with you on this one and go Titans on the D-line, though I'm not 100% confident in it.
Oh, yeah, that's an easy one. There's nothing to get excited about for the Vikings defensive line right now.
All right, so linebackers, I want to do a caveat here. If the Vikings linebackers were healthy, I would go Vikings. But let's look at the Titans. They got Harold Landry, Sean Evans, Jayon Brown, Jadeveon Clowney, Vic Beasley, Will Compton, David Long Jr. Right now, the way it stands, especially with the Vikings injuries, it is definitely the Titans in a slam dunk. I mean, we just signed Todd Davis.
Todd Davis.
Troy Dye's on injury reserve. Anthony Barr's on injury reserve. Eric Wilson didn't have a great game last week. Eric Kendricks is doing everything he can, but he's not. He's just one man. He's just one man. Todd Davis isn't. He's 2 man, especially when he's dancing at Party Boys.
Yeah, I mean they've invested on these linebackers and it shows. But it's the Titans, no doubt. Vic Beasley is going to get his first game this week. This week. He hasn't played yet this year. Old B is he can get his hands on the quarterback. We all know what Clowney can do. So we're down to like our 4th linebacker. Hardy Nickerson is going to be playing out there. I mean, good God.
No, but you look at these. This is a nice group of linebackers the Titans have put together. Harold Landry, Rashawn Evans, Jayon Brown, who's extremely underrated, and Jadeveon Clowney. So even if we were at full strength, it'd be pretty damn close. The Titans might win this regardless.
Yeah, I think they get this regardless. But
All right, let's move on to the corners. Jonathan Joseph, who I didn't realize was a Titan until you scolded with the enemy yesterday. Malcolm Butler, Christian Fulton, the rookie we were pretty high on, at least I know I was. Something called Chris Jackson, Ty Smith, Chris Milton. Against, I don't even know who's playing corner for the Vikings right now. You might be signed pretty soon.
Oh, I'm going to do a pick six. I can't wait.
Oh, God. You couldn't even start in sixth grade football. Yeah, this has to go to Titans. Yeah, we just mentioned Mike Hughes has been hurt this week. Chris Boyd was hurt today. Cameron Dancer still hasn't been back in there. Holton Hill, Jeff Gladney. I mean, Harrison Hand. It's Titans and it's a slam dunk.
Yeah, it's been ugly in our secondary. We've had some bright spots, but this week, like you said, I don't know who the hell is going to be playing corner. It's going to be not great, and it's not even close. Titans got this one, done deal. We wouldn't be this week. There wouldn't be a team in the NFL that we would be better than.
Yeah, you know it's bad when Cap Mutterland's on Twitter saying Vikings with his eye emojis trying to get us to sign him, and you know what? And everybody's thinking, that's not a bad move.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic right now. I mean, Jeff Gladney, I still think he's going to be a guy out there that is going to just get us very excited for the future, but he's going to have probably some boneheaded plays, some bad misses. But, damn, really hoping Holton Hill shows up. That's what
he has to. But no, there's one, I think, silver lining from the game against the Colts. That is Jeff Gladney. And not even how he performed, but the experience he got. If he can just keep getting that amount of snaps, you get acclimated in the NFL game, he'll get better and better. So I'm worried about this week, but in the future, I think Jeff Gladney is gonna be a pretty damn good player for us. Move on to safeties here, and this is gonna be pretty damn close. You got Kenny Vaccaro.
This is surprisingly close.
Yeah, you got Vaccaro, Kevin Byard, who again, like J.M. Brown, extremely underrated when you look at it league wide. Amani Hooker was a rookie from Iowa a couple years ago. I was pretty high on. I believe you were too. Kind of a do-all guy, and then you got something called Josh Kalua, which I just drank about a couple shots of before we started this.
So good. That shit is so good.
Again, against Harrison Smith, Anthony Harris, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get this to the Vikings. I think top end, I would still take Harrison Smith over Byard and Vaccaro, but that's a pretty damn good duo right there. Yeah,
Byard is you said it, so damn underrated. Vaccaro, I think he's still underrated as well. You don't hear much from him since the Saints, but I will go with the Vikings as well. But it is close. This is a coin flip for me. If I was starting a franchise, I would take Harrison Smith.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go on to the last one. Special teams here.
This one isn't even close. We got him.
Yeah.
Gostkowski's the worst.
Yeah, and apparently, what's his name from Titans, whatever, he's not on the board with Stephen Gostkowski. He actually took Dan Bailey as the one player you could take from the Vikings.
Yeah, that was not nice, by the way.
No, but I get it. I get why you'd say that. Was this guy missed like 4 or 5 field goals already this year?
3 for 6. He's 3 for 6.
Teams. And I guess the Titans long snapper is the third Brinkley brother. They have Bo Brinkley.
I don't think there's
Jasper
a third
Brinkley had a brother.
Yeah, they got then they got Khalif Raymond, whoever that is. I don't know who that is. It's a kick returner.
He's fast as hell.
That's great. They could have Devin Hester. I'm still going with the Vikings. Gostkowski is stepping on his dick all year. Last thing we need is another kicker that we're wondering if they're going to make it. Dan Bailey is starting to turn us into fans who don't have to worry about it. So I'm keeping that.
Yeah, I agree. So I didn't keep score here, but I'm pretty sure the Titans won this by a pretty good sized margin.
Wipe the floor with us.
And that's, we'll talk about this more in our preview show, but Titans coming to this, I think, pretty heavy favorites, and if the Vikings can even be competitive at this point, I think that would be a surprise. But again, before you guys, don't look ahead, don't get too excited about our preview show. Before you get into that, be sure you think about this. Horses can masturbate by hitting their 70-centimeter long dong against their bellies.